Welcome to the E-commerce Badassery Podcast, the place for scrappy entrepreneurs who want to learn actionable steps and strategies to grow the traffic, sales, and profit in your e-commerce business. I'm your host, Jessica Totillo-Coster, a 20-year retail veteran and former brick-and-mortar boutique owner who spent 3 years as the only employee of a 7-figure online store. That shit was crazy. I know exactly how it feels to do all the things, and I'm sharing everything I learned the hard way so you don't have to. I may have started this business by accident, but supporting badass bosses like you lights me the fuck up, and I am so stoked to see you grow. Are you ready, babe? Let's roll. Welcome back to the E-commerce Badassery Podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Totillo-Coster. Question for you. Do you remember the Pixar movie, WALL-E? You know, the post-apocalyptic one where everyone was just floating around in chairs with their supersized drinks and personal TV screens while robots did all the work and they had no human interaction? Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Well, I'm here to remind us all that the movie was supposed to be a warning, not a how-to manual. There have been a lot of conversations on the internet lately about the rise of AI and our desire to win the race against the rest of the world. It's so important. The reconciliation bill that's moving through Congress right now has a provision in it that prohibits states from regulating AI over the next 10 years. I understand the logic behind that. We'll be up against other countries that won't have regulations, and we want to make sure we can compete. But considering how quick it's moving, the fact that a lot of people still can't tell the difference between a real video and an AI-generated one, and the sheer amount of power AI needs to run, it makes sense that people would be concerned. Not to mention, you've got companies like Shopify saying their employees have to prove something can't be done by AI before they would consider hiring another person. Duolingo, the language app, came out saying they were going to be an AI-first company. Yeah, it didn't go over well. Hell, there is even a completely AI-generated album from a fake band on Spotify. I didn't research that one, so I don't know if there's any information about who's behind it. It also wasn't that long ago that SAG was fighting to protect actors from being replicated with AI and not being compensated. This timeline reminds me of the birth of the internet, except this feels way faster than that. Or maybe my memory just isn't very good. I don't know. All that to say, we're in for a ride, and my gut tells me the consequences are going to be very similar to those of the internet. The World Wide Web brought us some amazing advancements. Hell, it even makes my business possible. But it also brought us some not great things, and sometimes it seems that's just the price of progress. And look, don't get it twisted. I'm not anti-AI. I've talked about this on the podcast before. I resisted AI for a long time in terms of content creation, but just like I knew years ago that I had to learn e-commerce and digital marketing so I didn't get left behind, AI is the same. So I jumped in with both feet and ended up developing the AI brand brief to help you better utilize AI for your own content creation. I'm incorporating more and more AI into my courses to help you get the work done faster, and it's come in pretty handy to help me work out some coding kinks for custom sections I made for Shopify Secrets. As a small business owner with limited resources, AI can be a super effective tool to do more with less. But as much as AI is becoming a part of our everyday lives and big businesses are doubling down on their investment and reliance on AI, consumers are not happy. While Shopify mostly made people fear what the job market would look like in a few years, especially in terms of entry-level jobs for recent college grads, it was the Duolingo announcement that got a lot of backlash. Their AI implementation, while also for back-end processes, bled into their main product, their language lessons. I'm not a Duolingo user, so I can't speak to the quality of the courses, but their user base was pissed. They announced this in April. As of just a few days ago, they're still getting dragged in their comments on TikTok. I gotta say, as clever as Duolingo is with their social strategy, those commenters be giving them a run for their money. So why am I going on this tangent about AI and all of the doom and gloom? Well, because customer sentiment on AI isn't positive, and this is going to matter for all businesses. When it comes to the big guys, they probably won't change anything about their strategy. And while a lot of people have the attention span of goldfish and will choose comfort over everything else, something about what's happening right now, I think consumers are going to hold this grudge for a while. At the end of the day, it's probably not going to matter a ton. There are enough customers in the world and these companies will be fine. But it does open up an opportunity for you. As consumers, we're already skeptical. Add on all this AI stuff and it's only going to get worse. But you have something these big guys don't have. You, the human behind the business. That's why no matter what happens in the AI space, no matter how companies adopt AI to flood the zone with content, ads, etc., consumers are always going to crave realness. Think about how many people you know who can't stand an automated telephone system. If you're anything like me, you just scream agent into the phone until you can get a human. Well, that need and desire, it's not going away for the majority of consumers, no matter how good the AI is. And honestly, if AI ever does get so good that people stop caring about real human connection, we're going to have a whole different set of problems on our hands. But I digress. So the question becomes, how do we leverage AI without losing the connection that makes us special? We use it as an enhancement, not a replacement. But what does that look like in practice? Let's talk about it. And we're going to start with content creation. There is nothing wrong with using AI for content creation. You just got to make sure it's got a little bit of you in it. The easiest way to do that is to make sure you've trained it. That's the step-by-step process I walk you through in the AI brand brief. I used AI to help me brainstorm this episode. Sometimes I even have it write some of the episode script. It's not quite there for full long-form content just yet, but I'm working on it. You can also utilize the AI features of the tools you already use, like Canva's image generation or bulk creation, Shopify's AI-powered product descriptions, or Klaviyo's subject line assistant. ChatGPT's image generation tool has improved a ton. I'm not great at it yet, but I did use it to generate avatars for my bot brigade inside Email.Astery. I'll stick an image in the show notes if you want to take a peek. It's easy to go overboard though. For example, I've seen platforms that auto-generate video ads using stock models, robotic voiceovers, and AI product images. This one will probably hurt you more than help you. I think if it's obvious something is AI, and that's kind of the point. Like, have you seen the videos where they take people talking on a podcast and create AI babies with them? It's actually hysterical. That's one thing. But I've also seen AI videos of blonde-haired, blue-eyed girls pushing products, and it's just icky. As I mentioned, consumers are already skeptical. It's been an issue in e-commerce thanks to years of drop shippers and bro marketers. Like, let's not give consumers another reason not to trust us. You'll also want to be careful with AI-generated lifestyle images where it puts your product in a scene, say on a kitchen counter or in a shower. While sometimes they look all right if you're good at telling the AI what to do, oftentimes the scale is off and it's just going to come off as unprofessional and not trustworthy. They might not even believe that you're going to ship them the product. When it comes to the image quality, I'm sure it's going to improve over time, and my results could be due to user error. If you're going to go this route, just scrutinize it through the eyes of a customer who doesn't know or trust you yet before you put it out in the world. Then there's AI for customer service. This can be super helpful to make sure customers get the support and answers they need, even when you're not available. But just like you hate being stuck with an automated phone system, you want to make sure your customers can get easy access to a human. You can start with something simple like Shopify Inbox to share answers to frequently asked questions and give your customers easy access to order updates. Once you're ready to step it up, you can use a full customer service solution like Gorgeous. They have a full-on AI agent that can learn from multiple sources. It also includes a full customer service ticketing system, which is great if you're a high-volume store, but again, they've got the AI tools. If you just want a trainable chatbot, so the step up from Shopify Inbox, but not the full customer service suite that Gorgeous is, then you can use something like Chatbase. That's what I'm using for some of my courses. I like Chatbase specifically because you can connect Notion pages as knowledge documents. You still have to retrain the bot if you update the information on those Notion documents, but it's the click of a button instead of downloading a Google Doc and then re-uploading it. I have affiliate links for those in the show notes. In both of those cases, use the bot itself to encourage customers to reach out if they're not getting their questions answered. And that's the balance. Use AI to handle the repetitive stuff while making sure your customer still feels heard when it really matters. Because the connection that you have with your customers is the thing that's going to set you apart. One of my favorite ways to create connections is to send them a handwritten note with their order. This might have been something you did when you first started your business. And it's easy to do at that point, right? Because you don't have a ton of orders. But it's increasingly difficult to do at scale. Tools like Ignite Post make it ridiculously easy. You connect the app to your email marketing platform, and instead of triggering an email, you trigger a handwritten note. Then a robot uses a real ballpoint pen to write a note in real handwriting. It's not just a font that looks like handwriting, it's actual handwriting. You can even use your own handwriting if you want. This is one of those little touches that makes your business stand out and feel really personal, but you're automating the entire process. Then, of course, there's social media engagement. You've probably heard me talk about ManyChat a time or two. This is great for automating DMs with users after they comment on a post, reply to a story, or message you with a specific keyword. ManyChat also lets you collect email addresses directly in the DMs and integrates with your email marketing platform, so I love this as a list building tool. But Instagram has some built-in tools too. You can set up automated FAQs, away messages, instant replies, and more. If you were to message me on Instagram right now, you would get one of those automated replies. My biggest tip when using DM automation is not to try and pass it off like it's a human response. For example, I have an automated DM in my course platform when someone joins the lounge membership. I ask them what they're struggling with at the moment so I can direct them to the right content. Because they're going to get this message at all hours, I want them to know it's automated. And even if they reply right away, they're not going to hear back from me if it's outside of my regular business hours. Transparency will go a long way when you're integrating AI into your business. Make sure you check the show notes for my affiliate link for ManyChat if you're interested. It gets you 30 days of Pro for free. And then I also put a link that will take you directly to the automated messages for Meta because it's a pain to find and I literally have to Google it every single time. Then, of course, there's your website. If you're using Shopify, you've probably already taken advantage of Shopify Magic. That's the tool that helps you write content, reply to customer inquiries if you're using Shopify Inbox, etc. Then there's Sidekick, which is your support bot and shop assistant. And then in the summer 2025 release, Shopify introduced AI blocks as part of the Horizon themes. And you can learn more all about Shopify's latest release in episode 330. But my favorite automation tool for Shopify is Shopify Flow. This is one of the tools I cover in Shopify Secrets, and I also provide you some custom templates to automate your new arrivals collection, send a bonus gift card to your customer after they place an order with you, and you can do this in a limited time frames based on date, so if it's like a special promotion. There's even a template in there that will send you reorder notifications about your inventory based on custom reorder points that you set. So, hey, if this item gets to 10 units, send me an email so you know to order more. Shopify Flow also has a bunch of pre-built templates you can utilize, and it connects with a lot of your favorite apps. So obviously, automating operations in your business is not super sexy, but it does give you more time to do the thing only you can do. Show up as the real human being behind your brand. So what are some of the best ways to do that? Now that we've talked a little bit about using AI without losing that human touch, here are a couple of additional ways to inject more of you into your brand and counteract all your new robot friends. 1, show your face. Yes, even if you hate it, try and do it anyway. While video is the best way to do this, if you really can't do video, start with a picture you love. You will always get a better response to your face than any written word, no matter how much of a wordsmith you are. Use text-only emails. As a product-based business, not every email you send should be text-based, but strategically using them in different flows and the periodic campaign will make it feel like you sat down at your desk to write that email just for them, and that's going to go such a long way. Show behind the scenes. Let your customers see what it looks like to run your business. Even if it's messy, people love getting a peek at the real work that goes into what you create, and it will remind them that there is a real human behind the brand. At the end of the day, AI is here to stay, and I really didn't mean to rhyme. And it's only going to get more sophisticated and probably a little scarier as time goes on. I'm always really nice to my AI chatbots, just saying. I know this era of business can feel overwhelming. It's moving fast, it's messy, and some days it feels like you're constantly trying to catch up. But here's what I believe. Just like brick and mortar stores will never completely disappear no matter how much e-commerce grows, businesses that stay human in the rise of AI are going to win. Even if you wish you could do more or you feel like you're falling behind what other brands are doing, leaning into the human element is what will set you apart in the long run. We see this in all aspects of life. When the pendulum swings too far in one direction, people start craving the complete opposite. So don't be afraid of AI, embrace it, but also don't feel like everything needs to be AI driven. Don't forget to check the show notes for all of the links I mentioned today, including tools and other podcast episodes. If you haven't snagged the AI brand brief yet, you definitely want to get your hands on that. It will make a huge difference in understanding your customer and creating content with AI in your brand voice. And if you want to automate more of the busy work in your Shopify store, or just get your hands on some cool custom sections that work with any theme, snag Shopify secrets. Go to ecommercebadassery.com/335 for all of the details. And that, my friends, is a wrap. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have an amazing week. I hope you're having an amazing start to your summer. Don't forget to treat yourself to a little sunshine, and I'll see you on the flip side. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you want to learn more about growing your e-commerce business, get started with my free resource library at ecommercebadassery.com/free stuff and get an invite to the lounge, my e-commerce marketing membership. When you're ready for one-on-one support, apply to work with me at ecommercebadassery.com/apply. Before you go, would you do me a quick favor? Leave a rating and review and tap that follow button. This pushes me up the chart so I can support more scrappy e-commerce entrepreneurs just like you. I'm on a mission to reach as many as I can, and I could really use your help. Thanks so much in advance. Until next time, e-commerce friend, stay badass.